Mark's Reviews and Tutorials video. Today I'm just unboxing a Spa Power SP800 spa controller. Thought I'd give you a bit of a look at it. A lot of these in spas in Australia, New Zealand and around. Good spa controller and a good replacement, some would say, for an SP1000. I actually have a different idea on what's a good replacement for an SP1000. Have a look at this link up here to have a look at that. But if you've got a Spa Power 800 and the controller has died, then it's a very easy swap, in actual fact, to swap one of these in yourself. It literally is just a matter of unscrewing the base here and screwing out the barrel unions and doing the electrical connections. It really is very, very straightforward. Of course, the hard wiring of this is something that needs to be done by an electrician, not a backyarder, but the AMP plugs that plug in the side here are actually a pretty straight swap. And again, because they're on the outside of the box on this Davey Spa Power SP800, then they are just plugging them in and out on the outside. So I'll open it up, show you inside. Now the fact is, this is a live 240 volt open circuit board with live connectors here. So if you're not a licensed electrician, you are not supposed to be in here playing around because there's live power. So if you're going to take this cover off, you definitely need to have it unwired like it is here, or switched off, disconnected at the isolator so there's no power possibly coming through. Okay, so what's inside? These here are actually connections through to the heater element. This is a temperature sensor, and through here you've got little plugs here. When it comes to maintenance on an SP100, unplugging some of these can help, and reconnecting them. Looking for corrosion on these terminals here, and I'll get into it. I've got another video I can put up about trying to see if you've got an earth leak or not. You don't want any way that there's current getting from the active here to your earth. You can find your earth where the power is connected. I've got another video, I'll put a link to it up there, that shows how to check for an earth leak. Up here though, for the SP800, for the connections, these are lights. They have these special lines coming in for the lights. They have the touch pads. You can have a couple of touch pads or just one. Your blower, there's a temperature sensor, and you've got your audio here. This is when you've got your radios and so forth connected in as well. But basically the big tip, if you're switching one of these out, is don't unplug all the wires, rip it out, but take a photo of the existing one and where everything's plugged so that you can put everything back exactly where it was, and label up whatever labels you can to pull them out beforehand. Yeah, it is absolutely doable. The big thing though is, if you're replacing this, putting in another Davey SP800, and I do sell these, look me up, I'll put a link in the description. If you want to buy one of these, I sell them at a good price. The SP800 and the 1200, you can get them and sell them all over Australia at a really good price, so you can look me up. And those that I sell, I will support as well. If you ring up and you've got questions when you buy it and put it in, very happy to help you out if you bought one of these from me, obviously. Okay, these down here are called dip switches. It's even written there, dip switches. So you can make changes here which will make the board behave in different ways and do different things. Luckily for us, Davey puts the instructions on the inside. This is the front panel. On the inside of the front panel, as long as yours hasn't been eaten by snails or something like that, you can see here how to set this up. I'm just going to hold this over. You can read all these and work through what's up and what's down. Load sharing, if you're unfamiliar with this term here, basically if you're plugging your spa into a power point, it means that you can't have your big boost pumps running at the same time as your heater. So you need to have it set up so as soon as the boost pump turns on, it'll turn your heater off. It's so you don't overload the current and melt your power points and things like that. So you can run, if you've got this hardwired, then you need to set it up so it's absolutely fine to run the blower, the boost pumps, the heater, the whole lot all at once. So that's something for your electrician. If you don't understand it, don't try and set it up yourself. But basically, if you've got your spa plugged in through a power point, something with a switch and a power point, then you need to use the load sharing and have the heater off when the other big equipment's on. And if it's hardwired, then you need to flick it so that it doesn't have a look. And if you come down here, it actually talks about different varying levels of load sharing. The Balboa doesn't. You either load share or you don't. This one, you've got how much you're going to turn on before it turns the heater off. This is stuff for your electrician to calculate and work out, because it's how much power can come down the line that's been connected. And if they've got a full-size power line to totally take everything, you know, the 3000 watts for the heater, the 3 horsepower for, you know, what are there, 1, 2 boost pumps, and then a spa blower, you know, which is another 1.5 horsepower. You've got to add all that up and work out the electrical load. So that's why you get an electrician to do the hard wiring, and he'll tell you how many amps his wiring can actually bring in. But basically, if you're switching out an SP800 control panel or an Sp1200 control panel, then you just set it up exactly as it was. Okay, so that's what they are inside. That's what they are. Yes, they do fail. You can get heaters separate and switch out the heater, absolutely. You can also get the circuit board separate and switch that out. But again, because it's 240 volt, it's only legal for a licensed electrician to be doing that. Even your spa guy, unless he's got an electrical license as well, isn't supposed to be touching the 240 volt stuff. So there you go. If you've got questions about this, feel free to stick them down in the comments section. As I said, if you're deciding to replace your Davey SP800 or SP1200, look me up, particularly in Australia, because I do post those out and I sell them at a good price. Okay, thanks for watching.